What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You saw the thumbnail. We are round two of this or that with the clones. I'm taking two very difficult to decide between clones of very popular DNAs that I've gotten recently. Some I've had for a little while. And these are ones I get asked about. So it comes down to one's got to win, right? No matter how good both may be, how redundant both may be, there's really no point in owning more than one. So in my opinion, let's break it down. Is it going to be this or that? We're going to have one in each hand, right? Links down below if you want to check them out. Stay tuned. Let's start off hot, shall we? God of Fire DNA. This, Sceptre Malachite from Maison Alhambra / Latafa, if we can get that to focus. Or that, Fragrance World's French Avenue Vulcan Fou. Starting off hot, right? Mega redundant. Both really good. Both smell pretty much the same. A little bit more spice out of Vulcan Fou, I find. Like a little bit more of the ginger. Both fruit bombs, juicy fruit, mango, citrus. Very, very super juicy, mouth-watering type of stuff. Get a little hint of green from both. Nice and musky. A soft, woody backdrop as you get into the deep dry down. Both perform really well. This one's very difficult, but at the end of the day, you got to have a winner. They're both in the sub $40 price point. This one's somewhere in the $25 to $30 range. So this one is a little bit more affordable, and this one is, about $10 more. So they both have nice bottles, both have great atomizers. Like I said, both in that 6 to 8 hour range, easily in longevity. Both really strong projectors and have good sillage. So I think in this instance, believe it or not, I think that $10 has to play a role because it's literally that close. So we're going with this. Sceptre Malachite, Maison Alhambra. That may surprise some of you. And some of you be like, I'll just spend the $10 more. I like Fragrance World better. That's good for you. Good for you. You can totally do that. But they're so close in literally every category and subcategory that it literally comes down to like the $10 difference. Save your $10. And just get this. All right, this or that. LV Symphony. We've got Khadlaj Island Dreams. Or that. Memories of Summer from Paris Corner. Another one. Super difficult, but there are subtle differences here. These aren't so alike that it's indiscernible. Whereas here, a lot more ambroxan and spice. Not just lemonade. Whereas this is straight up lemonade at first. Even though it's bergamot, it smells like lemonade, and you get a little bit of warm ginger that starts to come in that doesn't really spice it up. It's not too much of an ambroxan bomb. Another one, 6 to 8 hour range, 6-7 hours-ish with this one. Whereas here, ambroxan's going to give you the nose fatigue. I've had people think it's weak, and yes, think it's weak is what I'm saying, because it's loaded with ambroxan. If you don't like ambroxan, this is the obvious no-go, no choice for you. This will beat your nose up, but with me, it fades after a little bit. It comes back after a little bit. This is the stronger fragrance. This one, honestly, I think has a little bit more character, develops a little bit more. It's not just straight lemonade into ginger. This is a little bit of lemonade. More of a bergamot smell than straight up lemonade, actually, with a nice spicy undertone. Maintains a lot of freshness. It comes across just as juicy, watery, and even aquatic, nice and musky from the way this ambroxan comes across, and a little bit of a shower gel feel, where this doesn't have that. Some people don't like that, but I find this is like the blue fragrance twist on this in many ways. So because of that, I'm saying this. I think this is a clear-cut, obvious one for me personally to go with Khadlaj Island Dreams. And then on top of that, great bottle and the better atomizer. Here's one. Here's one. Bvlgari Tygar. This or that. This, probably the most popular Tygar clone we've had in Afnan's Turathi Blue. Or that, Paris Corner's North Stag, #1. This one seems to get forgotten. This one's actually really good. This one, you're going to get that warm grapefruit, slightly spiced, a little woodsy. You get the hit of ambroxan, not so much on the ambroxan, whereas with you get more of the ambroxan, you get more of the spice. You still get that warm grapefruit smell. You still get a little bit of woods. But again, just like with Khadlaj Island Dreams, enhanced ambroxan and spice. And you'll notice a theme to why I'm going with that. I'm going with that because of it. This one performs better. This is a stronger fragrance. You get everything you get from Turathi Blue and more. Yeah, the quality of the oils is slightly better from the Afnan fragrance. They're known to have a little bit better quality smell to them overall, but it's not a gigantic difference because they're both ambroxan-based fragrances, so they have that strong synthetic smell to them at the same time. I think you get a little bit deeper smell with better performance for your money over here, whereas this is going to be a little bit cheaper in the $25 to $30 range. This one's going to be more in that $30 to $40 range, but I think overall, even though kind of an oddball bottle, the fragrance itself, better performer, and kind of an overall deeper fragrance. So I'm going with that. Stag from Paris Corner. Let's talk Aventus inspirations. I say inspirations because neither of these completely smell like Aventus. And yes, I will argue with everyone that wants to say Club de Nuit Intense Man is, oh, it's exact. Stop it. No, it's not. The lemon. Boom. There you go. Right away. Lemon. There's no lemon in Aventus. But we have the Extrait for Club de Nuit Intense Man. So that is this from Armaf. And that, Afnan Supremacy Not Only Intense. Very much a little bit of Aventus, a little bit of Hachivat, and a little bit of its own thing. Because it's black currant bomb, oak moss bomb, smoky, earthy, woodsy, tart fruit. Both incredible performers. Both in that realm of the $40 to $50 range-ish. Depends on where you find this one. You might get a little cheaper. But this one's kind of in going rates in that $45, $50 range. Again, both phenomenal performers. Both can be worn anytime. A lemon, heavy musk, well, more so lemon twist on Aventus. Heavy musk. You get additional fruitiness from pineapple. Very, very smoky as well. Much more synthetic. Smoother. Smoother, smoother, smoother is the name of the game here. So it comes down to compliment factor. Well, not really, because guess what? Both, in my experience, and those around me that I know have both, not an issue with either. Highly complimented fragrances, so we can take that completely out of it. Price, not a big difference. I know it had to factor in with the very first set that we did, but I don't think it factors as much here, because honestly, I like the twists and the smoothness more. Believe it or not, Afnan Supremacy Not Only Intense is the one I would personally recommend and take and keep myself over the Extrait of Club de Nuit Intense Man, as much as I thoroughly enjoy that fragrance. I think it's great. Very much. I recommend if you want to get one of the best, one of the two best offered in that line, between that and the limited edition Parfum, it's good. This, though, I love the tart fruitiness. I love the enhanced earthy green element to it from the heavy, heavy oak mosses. Very much a Chypre. And it's smooth. Is smooth. So, yep, we're going with that. Afnan Supremacy Not Only Intense. Final this or that. In the past, I raved about how accurate this was to Why Le Parfum, the original version, because we got a reformulated version. This is Fragrance World's F Le Parfum is this. And that is this newcomer this year, Dumont Soprano Ice, which is, the way I relate it to, it smells like this, but with an aquatic opening. So Why Le Parfum with a twist, very much kind of its own Y flanker, but I get all the elements of Why Le Parfum, the fizzy aldehydes, the citrusy elements, the slight fruity apple, the fresh spiciness, the creamy musk. I get all of those elements here, even a little touch of incense. Both perform really well. Honestly, this performs even better. This is more of an accurate depiction. I say this one's the closer of, more of being an actual clone, whereas this is inspired with a twist. But I like inspired with a twist more, so this one, we're getting rid of that one. We're getting rid of this one to keep that one. I'm trying to stick to the what's this and what's that. This was one of their better releases this year. They released 3 really good ones with Nitro Red Intensely and Nitro Elixir. But Soprano Ice, let's not forget how good of a fragrance this is. This takes that Y DNA and makes a flanker that they should have released. There's nothing in the notes that will tell you there's an aquatic, watery smell in the opening, but there very much is with Why Le Parfum, basically. So I'm going with that, Dumont Soprano Ice. Well, that was this or that round 2. You may agree with me picking this or that. You may disagree with me picking that or this. But that's irrelevant when it comes down to. This is just one man's opinion based on experience and taste. And it's there for you to do with what you see fit with this information. There's links down below to all 10 fragrances if you're interested in checking any of them out. I appreciate you stopping in and checking out the video. Make sure to like and subscribe before you leave. We'll see you on the next one.